It's Saturday, December 1st, and I'm here at the house running a little late. I'm going off to buy some biodiesel at a local co-op. Hopefully I'll have some video of the transaction, and I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Well, it wasn't a bad drive, and I think that's his VW there. And well, here he is now. Right. Shake your hand. There we go.
Nice camera.
Oh, all right. Well, let's get some filling up done. Well, Sean X, explain.
All right. Well, what we got here is a 275-gallon IBC tote that I got from just a barrel company in DC, in the DC area. You can find them in Craigslist and online anywhere. It's about $150. And we've got B99, actually. B100 we could have done, but B99 gets you access to the tax credit from the government, which is $1 off per gallon, so you don't want to pass that up. I get it home delivered by Holtzman Oil Company, and they just bring a truck right up the street, bring a hose right in, and put it in the top of this tank here, lift that up, put the screw off the top, and fill it on up. We've got a piston lever pump, about $175 to crank the biodiesel up. It goes through a meter here, so right now we just see that we just got 25 gallons for the last fill up. And that's about $110. And then we go on to our fuel filter here, which is a goldenrod water block filter. Replace that about once every tank fill up. And that was about $35, and the filter elements are about $15 each. And then we go to this hose. This is a pretty nice hose, actually. This isn't the first hose I had. I got a thermoid fuel tank hose from the Tractor Supply Company store. That was about $30. It lasted me about 6-8 months. What was happening though was that biodiesel was getting on the outside of it and also coming out through some of the seals and eating through it, and eventually the hose started splitting down, and I had to replace it.
And that wasn't good.
No, not too good. Because I had tape wrapped around it, Teflon tape, trying to seal it and trying to stem the flow, but it kept weeping and I was getting a mess. So I replaced it with this. This is flex wall hose made by Goodyear, and I bought this at a distribution center in Fairfax. You just walk in and buy it. They usually only do commercial customers, but they'll do one-time sales too to individuals. That was about $60 though. But so far I've had it for 4 months, 5 months, and it's looking fine. I don't see any weeping on it or anything. And then I connected that to this little nozzle. I got that from Northern Tool. Another $50. And it's an auto shut-off. It's just like your standard gas pump, where you can set this and put your little lock down to keep the handle up. And it's supposed to auto shut off when it reaches near the top of the valve, but it doesn't always work perfectly. So yeah, and so all those put together with some nice pipe fittings and Teflon paste has worked out for a pretty nice setup here. I'm on my...
And you're running it as a co-op?
Yeah, as a loose co-op. I put all the money out myself for all the equipment, all the fuel. My philosophy is, if nobody comes to share it, I'm going to use it all myself anyway. So I'm still good with the expense. Yeah, I feel like I'm ahead, not only financially, but also morally responsible and socially responsibly. So it's okay, and then if anybody comes by, all the better. I just charge them what it basically costs me. I'm not looking to make any profit or anything like that here. The more people to share it with, the better, to get them off petroleum fuel. So that's how I feel about that.
You know, if you're not careful, we might just save the planet.
I know some people might actually think that would happen, and you know, it would surprise others who don't think that's important. But
yeah,
if it's possible, in any way that's possible, it can be done. It'd be good. But yeah, so I guess
How many people you got coming over?
Well, regularly, I've only got one person who's been by on a regular basis to fill up about 35 gallons at a time and come back in another 6 months and do it again, or 4 months. I've had a few other people come by once or twice, but no real regular customers, which is fine, because again,
like your setup, yeah,
it's whatever, you know, it's flexible.
Even if it's just sampling, it serves a purpose.
That's right. That's right.
Proof of concept,
yeah,
so
I've
to
got
speak.
A little bit that I keep in a jar here, so that if anybody comes by,
you're not going to drink it, are you?
No, but it wouldn't hurt me too bad. Well, with ethanol in it's not that great for you. But I always like to do this little demonstration where I can take the flame and put it right into the biodiesel and nothing happens. The biodiesel is not flammable, it's not combustible, so it's very safe. I've got that as an argument prepared if anybody ever gives me hassle or a problem with being in a town as this. I'd say it's more dangerous to have a bunch of firewood stacked in here or hammer mill paper than to have this tank of biodiesel here.
Get busted for eating French fries, right?
Right. I mean, essentially, it's just vegetable oil. It's been chemically refined a little bit to have so that it can burn cleanly the diesel fuel without any modification to the vehicle.
Remove the heart attack components.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And you remove the glycerol, and so that puts some methanol into it and some lye, and then you get your biodiesel. And that's what you get.
All right, I want to. I wonder what that odd smell is in the car. smells like something's cooking. It really does. Car doesn't drive bad at all. I think it kicked over into biodiesel. I can only tell by the odor, and I could swear. I know it's hard to tell, but it does sound like the engine's running a little smoother. So I got to stop on the way back, and Sean recommended maybe put a little kerosene in there to keep it from gelling. So we'll probably give it a try. I knew I'm doing about 50 miles an hour, and it's not doing bad at all.